Hi, I'm Isaac. I'm going to show you how I created a setup in this video. So, to get started, I'm making a box and the plane object. We need to have enough segments for the plane. Also sphere. For that we can be with 15. And the sphere gizmo. I'm also making sure the sphere is a child of the sphere gizmo. Okay. The next step is to fracture your box object. You can use any tool you want. I'm using for this example the free script fracture Voronoi. And I pick the box object, let's say parts 20, iterations 2. Okay. The next step is to apply the attachment script. I'm using an old script written by Paul Hornis. I'll give you the link in the description of the video. After you install it, you can find it under your Mac's directory, under scripts, team scripts, rigging, and attach selection to surface by local Z. I'm picking the plane object. Then I hit J just to hide the boundary box. As you can see, what the script is doing is creating a point helper at the very bottom of every geometry piece. This point helper is attached to the plane surface, and what it means is basically whatever kind of deformation I'm making to the plane, it will affect the geometry pieces in terms of transformation. Okay, so just to keep stuff organized, I'll hide all my points because there is no actual need for them in the scene. Okay. Okay, the next step is to apply a volume select to the plane object. I'm using a vertex selection, soft selection, and I need to pick the sphere. Okay. This selection is taken to a push modifier. And in order to have it interactive with the push value, so what I need to do is to add a wire connection to the Z position of the sphere gizmo to the push value of my push modifier. I'm having some issues because of the recording, so anyway, I need to select wire connection, right click, wire parameters, transform position Z, and then I select the plane, modified object, push volume. We can leave it as a two-way connection. Okay. As you can see, it's working very nicely. At this point we no longer need the sphere in the scene, so I can just hide it. Another thing that's worth mentioning is that you can of course scale the controller and it will get the effect immediately. So anyway, let's create a simple animation, something like that. Okay. I'm going to hold the scene for now because I want to show you two methods to create a trail of the collapse effect. Okay, the first method is by doing it just manually without any use of a plugin. So I'm going to the trajectory, and since my animation is by 60, I'm having it to sample only until the frame 60. Then I'm creating a spline out of my trajectory, and I'm basically having a cylinder that would be deformed along the path. So to do that, I'm just adding a path deform, move to path. Oh, sorry, I didn't pick the path first. Okay, move to path, and I flip it. And I'm having a percentage animation, something like that. Okay. And let's increase the height. And increase the height segments. It's lagging a bit behind, so I'll just modify the animation a bit. Okay, that'll have to do. It doesn't really have to be accurate. Let's go back to the plane object, add a volume select, vertex selection, mesh object, and the soft selection. Let's hide the cylinder. Okay, so as you can see, it can still be interactive in the manner of the positive and the negative value, but it doesn't really help us if we change the animation, because then we would need to do the entire spline trajectory conversion again. That's why the method with ghost trails is much better. For that, I'll fetch the scene I saved earlier. Okay, so we basically have the simple animation we had before, just without the trail. Okay, so the way ghost trail work is by making an extrusion out of a shape object. So for that, I'll just create a simple circle. Let's give it a rotation 90 degrees. And I'm going to parent it to the sphere gizmo. And I simply need to apply the ghost trails modifier. Here it is. Since I don't have a license, you can basically get it for free from their site as a demo version, but you don't have the anchor trail feature. So we can still use the frame to lag feature, and it gives us exactly what we need. There's no need for that many segments. Okay. You don't need to worry about the way it looks, because we basically just need the selection, and it's going to be just fine for that. Okay, so let's go back to the plane surface, add another volume select, vertex selection, mesh object, and soft selection. Okay, so the beauty of this method is that we can still change the animation in any way we like, and we'll still get an immediate feedback on the way the trail is shaped, because the ghost trail plugin is taking care for it right now. as you can see, the first time I place my position, we don't see the result, but after we play it again, we have a perfect trail. That pretty much covers everything, and I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you.